Welcome back to Study Sprint. Today we are diving into the world of halogens. Let's first start off by taking a look at the location of halogens on the periodic table. The halogens are nonmetals located in group 7 of the periodic table. They include fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine, and ternacine. Now let's take a look at the physical properties of halogens, which include their melting and boiling points. Halogens are simple diatomic molecules, which means the atoms come in pairs. The two atoms are joined by a covalent bond. As you go down the group, the melting and boiling point increases. This is because the molecules increase in size. The intermolecular forces become stronger and ultimately more thermal energy is required to overcome these forces. Halogens can be solids, liquids, or gases at room temperature. For example, chlorine. Chlorine is a green gas at room temperature. Bromine is a brown liquid at room temperature. And iodine is a purple or black solid at room temperature. Now let's take a look at how halogens react with metals. Halogens are excellent at forming salts when they react with metals. Halogens react with metals to produce salts. The salts consist of ions held together by ionic bonds. Chlorine reacts vigorously with the metal iron when heated. The word equation for the reaction of chlorine and iron to make the salt iron chloride is iron plus chlorine reacts to make iron chloride. Halogens also grab electrons from other atoms, usually metals, to form negative ions called halide ions. This process is called reduction because the halogen gains an electron. Group 7 elements all have 7 electrons in the outer shell. This gives them similar chemical properties. When group 7 elements react, they gain an electron to become a negatively charged ion. Ions have a full outer shell of electrons. Now let's take a look at the observations of how halogens react with a metal. So our first one is fluorine. Cold iron wool burns to produce white iron fluoride. The second one is chlorine. Hot iron wool burns vigorously to produce orange or brown iron chloride. The third one is bromine. Hot iron wool burns quickly to produce red or brown iron bromide. And the last one is iodine. Hot iron wool burns slowly in iodine vapor to produce grey iron iodide. Now let's take a look at how halogens react with hydrogen. Halogens react with hydrogen to form hydrogen halide compounds. The word equation for the reaction of hydrogen and chlorine is hydrogen plus chlorine reacts to make hydrogen chloride. The hydrogen halides are gases which dissolve in water to form acidic solutions. For example, hydrogen chloride produces hydrochloric acid. Now let's take a look at them separately. So for chlorine, it explodes in sunlight or with a flame to form hydrogen chloride. Iodine reacts very slowly when heated strongly, producing some hydrogen iodide. Fluorine explodes at room temperature in the dark to form hydrogen fluoride. And lastly, bromine vigorously reacts when heated with hydrogen to produce hydrogen bromide. Now let's take a look at some displacement reactions. The halogens decrease in reactivity as you go down the group. A more reactive halogen such as chlorine can displace a less reactive halogen such as iodine from solutions of its salts. The word equation for displacement reaction is potassium iodide plus chlorine reacts to make iodine and potassium chloride. So you can see how chlorine has displaced iodine from its salt. So potassium iodide plus chlorine reacts to make iodine and potassium chloride. Now let's take a look at the trends in reactivity. So when group 7 elements react, they form negative ions by gaining one electron. The easier it is to gain the electron, the more reactive the halogen. As you go down group 7, the atoms become larger. The outer shell becomes further away from the nucleus. The force of attraction between the nucleus and the outer shell is reduced and an outer electron is gained less easily. The halogens therefore get less reactive as you go down the group. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. For more videos, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the notification bell.